Right guys, I'm kind of rushing right now. I don't know how much you guys can hear me because the wind is crazy today, but you already know what time it is. You saw the thumbnail, you read the title, it's that time. I've been waiting for this literal day for God knows how many years. I was literally just thinking to myself, like, just before leaving, when I was getting ready to leave, that like, when I was like 15 probably, just before I done Rackety Fungus, I remember like wanting this exact thing to happen. I remember wanting a new Michael biopic, and I remember practicing some dancing as well. And then it just like it's weird to think that like however I'm like 18 now, and the film is like it's finally out, and there's so many things that have changed since that point. It's just crazy. It's Thriller t-shirt on. I've also got this as well. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's the Thriller jacket. I can't speak. It's the Thriller jacket. And I was thinking, like, after the film, I'm probably going to buy, like, the Beat It jacket or the Bad outfit, because the Bad outfit is my favourite one. You know, I'm talking way too much. I'm going to the bus stop. I'm going to pick up the missus, and we're going to go watch it in the cinema. This is release day as well, so hopefully we get a poster. All right, bye. I'm on my way. Let's go. All right, guys. Oh, what am I doing? I'll show you what I'm doing. Just looking at the man in the mirror. Alright guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm just kind of walking around. I don't really know what I'm like. To be fair, I've got like an hour and 30 minutes until I have to get her. The buses are so unpredictable, so, you know. Wow, they actually finally look kind of white today. Guys, actually, take a look at this. I'm in the back rooms. This is where I am. Guys, look. New thumbnail idea. I'm in the back rooms. Should I be going down it? What if I no-clip through the floor? What's in there? Office buildings. Okay. I'm in the back rooms. This is crazy. Alright guys, I'll report back when what the fuck? Am I actually in the back rooms? Alright guys. I don't know where I've ended up. Alright, that's enough toasting. Let's go. Ah. Final way out. Alright guys, I've just got intel from my mother because she's watching it right now as we speak. You can get a popcorn bucket and a cup for £35. And I was like, can she pick me up the bundle if we don't have it? So we're going to see if the bundle is at R1 or not. I don't know if it's the fedora. I think it might be the fedora. I kind of hope it's the fedora, but if it's not, then it's probably just going to be like a tin one, like literally like a tin. But that's fine anyway. They should have something. It's literally the release date. They've got to have something. Please tell me they're going to have something. I'm suing them. Alright guys, we're in. They don't have posters, of course, but they do have. This is basically my favourite poster. This basically is it. I want to get my jacket on. Alright guys, let's get it out. Alright guys, let's get it out. There it is. No one gets dressed up, right? But I'm doing this for Michael. I'm doing this for him.
It is.
Alright guys, wait, I didn't get a poster. Hang on. A thumbnail. I might need to hit a toast stand in a minute. I don't know. Thank you. What? Why am I saying it like I got sweets that like trick or treat? See, this is why it's awkward. This is why I got to beat the social anxiety. It's pitch black, you guys can't see. No one can see. If I get called out. You know weird. Guys, I would love to recreate it's only a movie. Isn't that funny? Because we're sat in the same seats as Ola Ray and Michael are. You guys can't see, damn it. Hang on. I'm gonna try and edit it. I got my jacket on. I'm the only one dressed up, by the way. I'm the only MJ fan. Since day one, I've been the only MJ fan, man. Come on. I'm doing it for the man himself, for the king. Okay, so we just got out the film. I've never seen anyone move as much as Michael did. I don't know how to say it. I'm kind of shaking a little bit, and genuinely halfway through, I felt like I was actually gonna pass out. But like, I'm not trying to like, how they used to pass out. You know how they actually used to pass out. I was going to. I was actually. My heart kept pounding. I had to literally control my breathing. I'm not even joking. I cried a lot. There's a lot of snot on my face as well. I still can't breathe. I don't know what to say. I'm actually speechless. Like because we were sitting there and I was like, I feel like I need to say something to the missus, but there was no words that I could say. I couldn't think of anything. I'm now getting the bad outfit. I just want to make that clear. I'm now going to go and buy that because that was a spoiler alert. That was the last part of the film, and I'm not joking. They saved the best part until last. And the crazy thing is that Jafar done the bad tour first. That was the first thing they shot in the whole film. Like, and in my opinion, that was like that was him. That was Michael. That was Michael that took over him just then. I've never seen everything from like the head, everything from like down to the fingertips, the feet, everything. And I've watched Michael. I've watched a lot of Michael Jackson. And I've never seen an impersonator. I've never seen anyone dance as well as him in my entire life. Michael was definitely like watching over Jafar in that whole like production. His voice as well, Jafar's voice. He is the best. I really hope, like, I've seen a lot of comments and stuff like on like stuff that I've seen, and I'm really hoping that he does like tours. I really hope that he does tours like as Michael Jackson, obviously, as like, well, not like impersonating, but like a tribute, because like you'll never get another tribute actor like Jafar Jackson. I don't know if what I'm saying is making any sense. I feel like I'm just like blabbering on. That first scene from when Jafar's on the screen, he's got the afro. That first scene of him, and he sits down in the chair, and he's talking to, I can't remember who it was. He's talking to someone, and it's like literally everything from the way he looks down to the floor to the way he smiles, his lips as well. Like, you can take any picture of Jafar in that film, crop his lips out, and you can't tell the difference between Michael. It's insane. I started crying a lot. Not even at like the obvious sad parts. I just cried a lot just during it. Okay, you have that better. Alright, our Uber's here, guys, because it's like really late. And yeah, I don't know if I'll say more of the film when I get home. I just kind of want to live it. Live it? What am I saying? Alright guys, so I'm back, about to give you guys some just additional thoughts overall of the film. I'm not going to talk for like hours. I can definitely talk at length. I did just get changed. I got changed into, hang on. I got changed into these. You see that? Incredible film. I think it really showed a lot of moments of just like Michael like alone and isolated and just like being lonely, and it really made him, it really showed like his creative mind when it came to like making the beats and the sound. It's very like sound design film. And you know how like, and I said this when I came out the cinema, but like, I've watched Michael Jackson, okay? I've watched hours of Michael on that TV, up on the stage. I know how that man moves, and obviously, you see thousands, millions of Michael Jackson impersonators, but I've never seen anyone even come close to how Jafar moves in that film. Like, you know how everyone's saying that he was the no-brainer, he was the only actor that can play him? I don't know how many more MJ fans you need to hear to believe that, but here's another one. That is so true. No one else. I truly, and this is a bold thing saying, because like you don't know any of the other people who auditioned. They don't have worldwide search. You don't know any of those people who they, searched, and like, it doesn't matter. I just I feel like no one could have even came close to how Jafar done that. And not only was Jafar the perfect person when it came to dancing, the perfect, not just amazing. He was literally the best person. It's his first film and he's amazing. He's actually a really good actor. Like I could feel there was a part where this is all spoilers by the way, so go watch it before you watch this. But when Michael gets his first nose surgery and he comes back to the house and Joe stops him, and that scene, I can feel my heart like literally like I felt like I was actually gonna pass out. I felt like I was really panicking. I was so scared for him in that scene. Like honestly, there was a scene where I felt bad for Joe as well. Um, After I think it was the Victory tour when they done Human Nature, which one of the best scenes in the entire film. That whole entire Human Nature performance, incredible. Um, it was after that one where Joe was like, "Ah, you did it. That's my boy." And then some guy was like, "You can't just give it one night. You can't just give it a break." And he was like, "What?" And he was like genuinely confused about like what someone was saying to him. He's like baffled. He was like, didn't really know. He thought everyone would just because he was like under the impression everyone would like praise him, and so that like was a weird comment towards him. And for some reason, just that response that Coleman Domingo said, just that just or like whatever he said. I can't remember what it said. It was like huh or something like that. Um, that just made me feel bad for him. Like it just that split second. Yeah, I don't really know what else to do to talk about. Giuliano was amazing, because we'd barely heard anything from him when it came to like the anything really. I mean, we didn't know how he's gonna sound. We barely saw any footage of him. Um, but no, he did amazing. He did amazing. I'd like to know who was singing because there was some parts where he was singing. What song was it? Who's Loving You, in the studio, and I don't think it was him singing. I think it was someone else, but I want to know who was singing. I don't know, and they kind of mixed in vocals with like Jafar and Michael, but I'm pretty sure I might be mistaken. The bad tour scene at the end of the film, I think that might be Jafar singing. I think some of that was Jafar singing. I was listening out and I was just like, it sounds a bit different, but I don't know if maybe that's I don't know. And you know how like when it comes to like biopics or like big theatrical films and stuff like that, the sound, the scale, the cinematography, how big and loud everything is, like whoa, it's in your face. Like, look at this dramatic, big, amazing moment, and it can kind of like take away from like someone's performance or like their what's it called? It can kind of like deceive you into thinking that wow, their acting is what caused is why I feel all of this like emotion stuff. Although the music was loud and although it was pumping and the audience was screaming and we had like the big wide shots of the stage and stuff, it wasn't that just gave me goosebumps. It was actually Jafar, and I feel like there is definitely some sort of like spiritual thing. Michael was 100% watching over Jafar in the whole film. I said that outside the cinema, but like, not even like, just go watch it. And the bad scene in particular, the bad performance all the way at the end, the last thing they show, that bit in particular, was crazy to me because I even said that like that was the first thing that they filmed. That's the first thing that Jafar filmed, and that was in in my opinion, as I said, the most accurate. He danced so perfectly to Michael. It was you probably can get the bad tour, get it up to 4K Ultra HD or whatever, and then just like deep fake Jafar Jackson's face onto Michael. It's literally the same thing as what was in the film. Everything like the mannerisms, the posture, the smile, the laugh. He was so good. He's definitely getting an Oscar, 100%. Like there is no way. Well, I say there's no way, but like, who controls the Oscars? Are they just gonna try and put Michael's name down again, like the critics and everything else? It really showed Michael's humanity and his him being kind and like going up to like the hospitals and saying how much money did we make from oh my god the Pepsi incident. Jesus Christ, that was like blood curdling. That was really not nice to see all up close in slow motion. You heard it. That was really not nice to watch. But Michael said, like, however much money we made from that, I want every penny to go to this hospital where he was staying, which was like burn victims and stuff like that, and how he got lucky. And I was just crying at that kind of stuff. I wasn't really crying at like you know, like the obvious sad parts in the films where like the audience just like all the audience just goes, oh, this is sad. Like this is when the tears are gonna go. It wasn't even that. It was just like it was like moments because like when you know about Michael, there was stuff in the film where like they would mention something and you're like, I know what this is going to lead to in the future, and I know how he's gonna feel about this. So I was just crying at that stuff. I can feel my lip the whole time, just like literally going like this. Michael Jackson has some like weird energy about him. It just makes you feel so different. Like he doesn't feel like a human being in my head, in my mind. He's the greatest of all time. He's my favorite of all time, by the way. He's my favorite artist of all time. The greatest of all time. No one will ever come close to him, ever. So yeah, that was my thoughts. There's probably a lot of stuff I want to say and I can think about in the film. I just purchased a Bad jacket, like the Bad tour, because obviously I've needed that for ages, and it was like £111 or something like that. I also just got the Bad belts as well. You know, the belts and the bronze and like the golden circular ones and all of that stuff, because like that is my favorite outfit, and that's the poster that I wanted. Weren't doing posters as well, and they sold out of the popcorn buckets, which I didn't actually mention. They sold out the popcorn buckets, and yeah, and they sold out at my mum's cinema as well. So that's a shame. It's alright. I went to MJ the Musical. I got the glove. I got, you know, I got these trousers right here. These were made for me. I got Ben up there. There was so many songs in the film, so many songs, and it felt like every new sequence there was like this like metronome sort of sound effect. It would go like, and it would like slowly lower to, or like lower, or like the tempo would, you know, drop or increase depending on what song was going to play next. And it was like you can hear, it was so good. It was like, it was almost as if like the film was like Michael's mind, and you can hear all of the instruments like being put together slowly, and then they would play the song, and it was so cool. We immediately got goosebumps from like when the Universal pictures came on, all of that stuff, because they were playing wanna be starting something, got to be starting something. And it was just like, it was like I was actually gonna watch him in real life. Like, that is the closest thing you will ever get to watching Michael Jackson alive today. Like, it's by far the closest thing. I was saying that in the second film, like, how they're gonna do the whole vitiligo thing, that made me cry as well a little bit. I don't know how they're gonna tackle that. But I don't think if they were to do like another actor, because that's what people have been talking about. If there was to do another actor to play Michael in the second film, like in like earlier parts of his or like later parts of his life, um, I don't think anyone could ever fill the shoes of what Jafar left behind. That was incredible. I've never seen anything like that. He was 100% the best, like the most perfect. You couldn't have chosen anyone to do it. He was perfect. He's got the Jackson blood. He's got the smile. Everything was just him, and it literally felt like he was watching Michael in like interviews when he was like interacting with people. Craziest thing I've ever seen. I think he's the greatest. I think that is like the best like actor to play someone else in a biopic. I truly feel like he was the best. He was the best. I'm just, I want to watch it again. We're definitely gonna go watch it again. It just felt like I was watching Michael. It was so weird, and I know like Catherine, she said to Jafar that like you literally embodied my son, and I couldn't tell if it was you or Michael in some shots. And I know what she means. Because in some other biography films, they have like they'll cut in footage of like a live performance or like a gig from the actual person, from the actual artist who the film is focused on. This film I don't think done it. I don't think it done it because a lot of the stuff was like all close up on the stage and like personal stuff. Um, but it's not about like I thought they put in footage of Michael. It's not about that. It's like you literally thought that was actually Michael Jackson has literally possessed Jafar Jackson. It is the craziest thing. Go and watch the film, and you'll know what I'm talking about. You'll experience all of this. You'll literally be left like speechless, like I can't believe it. I'm gonna stop it here. This video is gonna be so long, and yeah, I don't know. That was it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.